This is Sioux City Journal's sports podcast. I'm Jason College, joined by Morningside College softball coach Jessica Jones-Sitzmann. It's March 22nd, coach, and you guys are 19-5 coming into the season with a lot of returning stars. If you could pinpoint one major reason why you got off to a strong start, what would that be?
I think our biggest thing was after last year seeing the national tournament here and seeing the caliber, knowing that we could compete with that, and then getting out early and playing those games and those teams and building some confidence was key for us as far as going down south and playing those teams. And so that's what's kind of led to a little bit of our success.
You have a lot of returning players this year, a lot of juniors that have been in the program 3 years, a few seniors that have been in the program 4 years, and yet you still had to face some adversity early in the season with a key injury to one of your returning players. How much did your overall depth play into being able to absorb the loss of Chrissy Newman?
Yeah, it was tough, losing Chrissy right before the season really kicked off, but we've had the opportunity for sophomore Abby Connor to be able to step in and gain some experience, and she built some experience through our JV program last year, which was a kudos to her, but she's worked hard, so we're working that way. But yes, again, some of those upperclassmen, those juniors that have been playing for a couple of years together now, we're really starting to see those benefits fall into place.
And your pitching staff is currently third in the GPAC in team ERA, and you have a couple newcomers to the pitching staff this year as well as some returners. Just talk about your pitching staff as a whole and what they bring to the table.
They really they complement one another. We've had some transfer kids that come in, a couple of our returners that have gained some experience as well are getting some innings in. But again, we've been utilizing many different people and utilizing strengths and weaknesses with each other. Righties and lefties, pairing them up together, pairing up some speed differences and things like that, trying to keep the batters off balance as much as possible.
And one of them's a lefty. Rachel's a lefty. Rachel Hanks and Aubrey Voboril is a righty. They're the two newcomers. They obviously, when you bring a lefty in, you haven't had a lefty since Kelly. What's that been like?
It is. It's nice to have just something different, as far as having the lefty in your arsenal as well. But, the biggest thing, again, is those guys coming out and working hard and, again, them complementing one another because one person can't do it.
You saw, like you said, you hosted NAIs here on your home field last year. You kind of knew that your schedule was probably going to have to change a little bit going into this year, but yet here you are, 19-5, coming off a 27-21 season where you probably maybe underachieved a little bit. What was the difference in making the schedule different this year or making it tougher?
I think, last year we had to learn a lot of team things and, how to really play together as a group, and we did. We learned a lot from last year, and those are the big things that we talked about was this fall is coming together as a group and chemistry and building and growing on the things that we've learned from last year and moving forward because we know that we can compete, but you got to play clean all the time and learn from your mistakes and how to improve upon them. So, this group's really working well together early, and we have a lot of games still ahead of us too, so we're looking forward to that.
And lastly, it's always tough and competitive in the GPAC conference. You've won your fair share of regular season and tournament titles, and yet here you are breaking down the door with Doane, the preseason favorite to start the year. What's just the overall GPAC outlook from your mind?
The GPAC is going to be very tough. The parity is unbelievable, so I think it's going to be a tough GPAC season for us. And again, kicking off with Doane, right away from the beginning, the ones that won the conference last year. So we're just looking forward to playing one game at a time once we get into the conference schedule.
All right, Coach, thanks for joining us today on the Sioux City Journal Coffee Break.